Hey y'all, welcome to Soul Hugs with Susie. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, last Saturday I went to a writer's circle at the Hickory Trading Post in Chesapeake. I found it on Meetup, by the way. And they gave you writing prompts that you had to make up stories on the fly within I forget how many minutes they gave you, maybe 5 to 7 minutes to do it, and then share with the whole group. Woo! I did it. And okay, so the first one was very simple. I made up a Hallmark story, and like I said, very easy. Second one, I went deep. I went really deep, y'all, because that's what I do. And that's the story I'm going to share with you. I would love your feedback, your honest feedback. And you can be critical, just not too critical, because my heart is still tender, and I'm a very sensitive person. But here we go. I'm kind of worried about the end. I think it needs something else, so help me out there. All right, here we go. It's 2024 and all hell has broken loose. The world is crazily divided. People are yelling and screaming, dying to be heard. And they blame each other for everything. They're fearful of the future. And then the other half of the country, they're sitting on their laurels, happy as all get out because the past is over. And then there's you. You're frantically drinking yet another large coffee. You stumble upon a coin, one with a skull no less. Coincidence? I don't think so. In an instant, time freezes to the present moment, and you're giving an unconditional option of choosing you can be 40 again. And then everything in your body freezes. Your heart, your blood, your cells even stop vibrating for a hot minute. And you think, holy fuck, do I really want to relive losing my person, my husband, again? How could I? How could I? All the anguish figuring out who I am again, that was the hardest part. I went from being a wife to not being a wife. I went from being a couple to not being a couple. I had to figure out everything on my own. Everything. You feel so lonely. All those lonely nights, do I really want to relive them again? Can I do it? All of a sudden, all the things I desperately wish we had done flashes quickly through my mind. Trips to the Northern Lights in Alaska. That was his dream. Never went to Alaska. Eating mouth-watering ribeyes overlooking crystal blue waters in Portugal. My dream. You would never have guessed, right? Just savoring everyday things like holding hands while watching our kids play. But the big one is reframing death. I wish that we had reframed death while he was alive. I mean, just explored it to the nitty-gritty. Death isn't at all what I have been taught. I had one funeral that I had gone to before Bill had died. One exposure to death. My grandmother, the one who called me Susie Sunshine. I kissed her cold body. I listened to all the people tell me how wonderful she was for hours on end. My mom wishes that we had gone to more funerals. So when Bill died so unexpectedly, within 4 hours of telling me that he was sick, it wasn't such a shock. But again, I think we need to dissect death more. Crazily enough, at 10 years old, while on Treasure Island, I had created heaven in my mind. And then when I was 14, riding my motorcycle here, behind Charleston Lake South, near Stumpy Lake, I found heaven, the one that I had created in my mind. It was grassy, rolling hills, little hills, because we're in Virginia. A babbling brook, birds galore, and the sun filtering through the trees, a fallen tree that I got to sit on while listening to a woodpecker chip away. I feel we need to incorporate death back into our lives, make it normal. For example, do you know the energy of your person? If you sat back to back and practiced it, you would really know the energy of your person. So then when they died and they came back to visit you, you'd feel them without any doubt in your mind that that was them because you practiced it over and over again when they were alive. Do you know what you're going to come back as? I'm going to come back as a rainbow, y'all. So every time you see a rainbow, you know it's Susie Sunshine saying everything's okay. Do you know what your final party is going to be? Your final earthly party? Did you plan it out? Did you personalize your urn and your coffin? So let's go back to Bill and I. While still dreaming of reliving my past 10 years with Bill, we plan our final parties together. Pranks will play to make it more lively and to lighten the mood. Did y'all see that that Instagram reel where the dad is knocking on his coffin saying, "Let me out, let me out"? Bill would have so done that. He was such a prankster. So we'd want to make people laugh to lighten the mood while telling our silly stories, things that we love to do on the daily, like watching the sunrise come up over our mountain. Yes, I stole that from you, Tess. Checking the weather by sticking our heads out the window, feeding birds that we called friends, going mountain bike riding down our windy trails at ungodly speeds, living life with gratitude, hugging with soul, and dancing until we collapsed in each other's arms. It's with a resounding yes, I would do it again. All the exquisite pain, I would feel it over and over and over again. Because if you believe in reincarnation, isn't that what we're doing anyway? We sign up for all this shit. We sign up for all this to do it over and over again. Because we want to feel it all. We want to do it all. Not just the easy, high vibrational stuff. All the earth-shattering, heart-stopping, hard stuff too. So, yes, I would do it again. How about you? Okay. What'd you think? Tell me everything, please. Okay, y'all. Love yourselves hard. Because if you don't love yourself, it's hard to love others. Give yourself hugs all the time. Tell yourself that you love yourself all the time. Change the story in your head. You're wonderful. You can do this. You are amazing. Give yourself grace always because you're human. And play out in the sun as much as you can. All right, love you. Bye.